Hey, MCE crew. Yesterday, I got into a back and forth with a guy on the merits of gold versus Bitcoin. Let me tell you how this started. So, there was a video out there on YouTube where it was talking about some issues related to gold. Okay. And then someone in the comments said, gold is old, Bitcoin is the future. So I replied and said, yes, gold is old, thousands of years old. That's the appeal. Basically saying that it has proven its merit in terms of holding its value, maintaining its value over thousands of years. Okay, that was my point. Now that individual that made that comment, he said, touche, good point. But then someone else came in and they were saying that Bitcoin's going to destroy gold. Gold's not going to be worth anything, blah, 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 blah. And I responded to him and I said, listen, you're setting this up as gold versus Bitcoin. They're two different, they're representative of two different asset classes. Gold, of course, is the precious metals piece, while you have Bitcoin being representative of the digital asset class. I said, hold on now. I'm not setting this up as one versus the other. Okay. But what I am saying is, again, gold has proven itself as a hedge against inflation. Now, roughly about 46 million Americans, 22% of the adult population, own Bitcoin. I didn't get into how much they own, because, Bitcoin is such that you can buy it at a fractional pace. So you can get in on it without having to go and spend, for an entire Bitcoin, which right now is pretty pricey. I believe it's over $60,000. So could we be at a point in the history of human society where we just saw the birth in 2009 of Bitcoin, something that is now a recognized store of value, maybe one day will turn into a real, unit of exchange? Quite possibly. Okay. We are seeing all kinds of wondrous things occur, in the 21st century. So we did see the birth of that with Bitcoin, and maybe other coins or digital assets are representative of that as well. Time will tell. Time will tell. Time has told us the story of gold. And this is why I think gold will continue to be an asset and that will store value as it has done for literally thousands of years. The pharaohs of Egypt recognized gold as precious. Then we move into, other eras of, humanity, and we saw that the Romans also used it as coinage at one point, the Greeks, the Americans, okay? Here's another thing you've got going on right now. Central banks are buying gold. We did a video on that, okay? So we got the Central Bank of China, you've got Belarus, you've got Russia, okay? Large central banks are buying gold. We did the video about Palantir, the company, not only buying a hoard of gold, but also saying that they would actually transact in gold, okay? And you got to watch that Palantir video because I think they know something that is coming. I think Russia does too, and China as well. So they're buying large stores of gold because it has stood the test of time. Now, you might ask, well, let me tell you what could really destroy the gold market, okay? There's an asteroid out there called Psyche, and it's orbiting around somewhere out in the solar system. It has like $7 quadrillion worth of gold in it. Could totally crash the gold market, okay? Make gold pretty much worthless because there's so much gold in this asteroid. Short of that, short of finding just an enormous stash of gold and being able to access it, because we know Psyche is out there, but we can't access it. Short of that, gold is going to do what it did back in the Roman Empire, which was be able to buy a fine suit of clothes, a belt, and a handcrafted pair of shoes, okay? In that era, it was a toga, the belt, and sandals. And we're talking about men's clothing here because, ladies, you all have a heck of an advantage when it comes to affordable clothing that looks really good on you. But men, clothing is expensive if we want it to fit right. So if you go out and you take $1,800, which is approximately what the 1 ounce gold eagle is worth. 1 ounce of gold is worth approximately $1,800 right now. You take that out, you can go and you can get yourself a nice custom-made suit for about $1,200. Yes, ladies, a nice custom-made suit for a man comes in at around $1,200. You could then go and purchase for yourself a $400 pair of shoes that Bruno Magli's. Okay, I have a pair of those. Those are, they fit like gloves. And then you can go out and use the remaining $200 or so to buy yourself a belt. So gold still does what it did back during the Roman Empire. Now, gold holds its value. That's its purpose as an asset. It does not provide an income, okay? Gold allows you to maintain your purchasing power. If I froze a Roman centurion and he had an ounce of gold in his tunic, he could get up, be revived today, and still be able to do exactly what he would have been able to do back then with that 1 ounce of gold. So I don't want to get into a battle. I don't think we need to battle gold versus Bitcoin. Just like we're not going to battle Bitcoin versus real estate. Two different asset classes. Two different, sets of advantages. Okay. Real estate definitely doesn't grow at the clip that Bitcoin has, but Bitcoin doesn't have the tax advantages, okay, which are becoming more and more important as we spend more and more money in this country. Okay, so beware of people who just focus with blinders on one thing, okay? That's not how Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger are out there making money. They got that Berkshire Hathaway company, and if you look at what that company's invested in, it's extremely well diversified. It's not so diversified that it doesn't make sense, but I mean, we got Dairy Queen and a railroad company, all right? So they're not walking around with these economic blinders on, saying, okay, Bitcoin, that's all I'm going to do. I think a lot of people are attracted to it because you can literally take $15 and go invest in Bitcoin. Okay, so its barrier to entry is pretty low. But don't let that fool you into thinking in terms of exclusivity of asset acquisition. Gold and Bitcoin can exist in a portfolio together, okay? And keep in mind, Bitcoin came around in 2009. We might have all been fortunate enough to see the birth of a new, asset class there with the digital currencies, okay? They might stand the test of time, but we do know that gold has been around since they were putting up pyramids in Egypt. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.